recently did a study looking at all the businesses in the city. There's about 40,000 businesses, so those are all small businesses. But what we're seeing is that there aren't as many businesses that are owned by people of color and women as we would like to see, and that's partly because of the stats that we look at in terms of the population. So 32% of all businesses in the city are owned actually by people of color, and then 35% are owned by women.
I think that we're setting up a new small business office that's going to primarily focus on growing minority businesses, especially businesses owned by immigrants.
I think a recent study that was done by PRA maybe a couple of years ago suggested that over 50% of the people living in East Boston were immigrants, people of color or minorities. Right? So essentially, if you look at a lot of the businesses there that are owned by immigrants as well as minorities. So there will be, those are areas that we definitely want to think about, how do we reach out?
I think there's value in having interns come and learn about outreach or different programs that the city is doing, because they can go out into their communities and share what the city is doing. Saika spoke Haitian Creole, Lorena spoke Spanish, and the interpersonal skills of Sierra and Cash were great too. Good job, Dream Team!
So my name is Giselle Sterling. I'm the Commissioner for the City of Boston Veterans Services.
The Dream Team is a program that is part of the Boston Centers for Youth and Families for 18 to 24-year-olds. A program that helps young people experience job opportunities within the City Hall area.
Our office does what's called Chapter 115. We give financial assistance to our homeless and at-risk homeless veterans. A lot of people that come in hear about us through word of mouth, but not a lot of them know about us other than that. So our biggest challenge right now is outreach, which is why we're glad we have the Dream Team on our team right now to help us do an aggressive outreach program through commercials and videotapes like this.
Join the Mayor's Office of Veterans Services and the Boston Centers for Youth and Families Community Dream Team August 2nd for the That's not even the right date.
And 3, 2, 1.
The Dream Team will be there. Will you?
It's been very, very positive. It's a surprise how very involved our youth can get, our young adults can get in the community. It's a way that they've shown their, I guess talents would be the best word to use, and really just surprising. That there's so many other things that young adults could be doing. This is a great opportunity for them to get involved and stay connected to their mentors, mentees, and just the community in itself.
I recorded, it did not happen. Remember that, it did not happen.
Give it to you.
Because of my veteran status?
Yeah.
That's a nice.
Yes. Well, we're very appreciative of you guys, of all the vets.
I've gained a few skills that I can take outside of this workplace and use in other workplaces to help me get a job and also keep a job.
Of course, I feel like I was doing an awesome job being a supervisor. The thing about it is we had some returners, some great returns actually from last year, along with other crew members that were just willing to hit the ground running and pretty much be team players.
Dream Team, so beautiful. they help us with every aspect in life. There's people like Eves and Ernest that make you smile all the time. People like Dana who will check in on you when you're smiling too hard or you're not smiling at all. And overall, the Dream Team is full of a whole bunch of beautiful people.
First that I can think of is the great connection that we have to BCYF and the Dream Team. So that's one way that we're already engaging our public with the office.
It's been an exciting 6 weeks for us here at Veteran Services. To have the Dream Team for the next summer, I would absolutely, positively have each and every one come back for next summer. But I would also challenge people to invest in the Dream Team throughout the year. I believe, this is my personal belief, I just believe that the Dream Team should be 365 days a year, and it's not summer program. Because like I said earlier, we call you guys kids, but you're not kids. We call you guys young folks because you are young, but 23, 24, I believe that you should have a year-round job.
Alejandra Sankiyang, Director of the Mayor's Office for Immigrant Advancement.
The Mayor's Office for Immigrant Advancement exists to help make the city of Boston a more welcoming and inclusive place for immigrants and refugees and people who are limited English who live in our city. They're just as much a member of our communities as any other community, and they're as Bostonian as anyone else, and in fact they're a major piece as to what makes Boston so special.
Having the Dream Team this summer has been absolutely invaluable as we look to be able to cater to more immigrant communities across the city, able to bring services to the city into the neighborhoods, into the languages that people speak, and just having the opportunity to have these incredibly talented youth from the Dream Team be able to be here at the Office for Immigrant Advancement and spend 6 weeks time that our staff really wouldn't have had the time, the capacity to spend on making these videos that are explaining basic city services to our immigrant communities and our non-English speaking communities. It moves the mission not just of our office but of the entire city as a welcoming city open to everyone.
As a returner, this summer it was pretty amazing.
It taught me a lot of things, values, and especially teamwork. And because teamwork, if the entire team wins, it's also my victory.
I'm glad that we had some new additions because it kind of, just made it so that I had to learn more about other people.
And professionalism. How to act in this beautiful office with amazing people that give you a helping hand all the time. However, you always want to stay put and be professional at it. And there's so many ways that Dream Team helped me connect with these beautiful people.
I think it was fantastic. It was a definite successful summer, I would say, and I hope to have more in the future.
Working with young people in particular, I think they bring a lot of creativity, a lot of energy. And, as either immigrants or children of immigrants themselves, I thought they were, the Dream Team was really representative of the community we're trying to reach. So they could really tell us this process is very confusing, or I didn't know what this was. So they were kind of a test case in themselves, and then they made videos for people like them, what would be approachable, what would be interesting. So I think it really gave a fresh perspective to issues that we work on every day.
Because it's so impressive that at such a young age, you have made such a lasting mark in the city of Boston. Through the use of technology, you have been able to accomplish what the administration has been trying so hard to do, which is to make local government more accessible to Boston residents. So you've made your mark in making Boston a better place.
Hello, my name is Andrea Burns. I'm the director of Age Friendly Boston on behalf of Mayor Walsh, and we are out of the Elderly Commission. And the mission of Age Friendly Boston is to make Boston a better city for all ages to grow and thrive in. We in Boston are slated to have a 52% increase in the number of seniors over the next 15 years. And Mayor Walsh signed on for the City of Boston to become an age-friendly city through the World Health Organization network of age-friendly cities.
You know, it was a pretty good project. We partnered with the Elderly Commission at City Hall and partnered with Codman Square Library to build some raised flower beds from scratch. We had no funding for this. Everything we got was salvaged material. Everything that we got for putting it together was donated. And I don't know, I think we did a really good job putting it all together, not only visualizing what it would look like, but making sure the final product was actually what we visualized.
The time here was good. You know, I've never did this, so this is something new that I've done, and I enjoyed it. The planting, I enjoyed, you know, the building that we had to do to get it there, the progress that we had to make to get it where it is today.
We've only been in the listening session phase. So we had just been in a data assessment, needs assessment phase. So we really hadn't done any projects. So this is really the first project that we've actually been able to do and to finish. So I think what is helpful for us is this is something that the Elderly Commission has never done before. We don't really work that much with youth, and I think that's one of the probably one of the goals, if we really truly are going to be an age-friendly city, is to start integrating a little bit more with the young population, which is.
I think it was awesome. I don't think I've ever, just being a part of the Elderly Commission, I don't think I've ever thought about working with older people. Not older people like 30 and 40, I'm talking up there. That was definitely new, and I thought it was awesome because you get to see how they see things, how they view things, and it's just like, oh yeah, that is a problem. We should fix that. We should make this higher so you don't gotta bend down like I don't know. It was opened my eyes to a lot of things I never even thought about. So I think that's awesome.
It was good. I learned how to do more things. Like I ain't really ever do gardening and nothing. I don't even build or nothing. Like we did this from scratch with the screws and stuff. I learned a lot. Everything we did, I learned. I didn't know about none of that stuff.
Working on this project this summer was great, and I really, really do hope that things like this continue to happen so younger children are, growing up could have this great experience that I have been so privileged to have.
I want to see these guys again. We went through some things out here. And they have as much invested in this as anybody else. See, it all happened with donations, but their investment is the sweat. Now, I mean, they were out here in this heat 3 days a week. They have as much invested in this as anybody else. And I think they deserve to see it down the road. I think when you put something together that's good, you don't just let it die on the vine. It needs to be nourished so it can continue to grow.